friends, I am Dr. Pooja Khaparde, Department of Zoology, Venkatesh Mahajan Senior College, Usmanabad. Today I am going to here present on the lecture of pituitary gland. So you know that the pituitary gland is the very small gland and it is a pea-shaped gland. It is located just behind the brain. Several hormones produced by the hypothalamus are stored here and released into the blood. So sometimes pituitary gland is also called as the hypophysis. Now we can see the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus in Latin word hypo means below and thalamus means room or chamber. So hypothalamus, it is a very small part of brain weighing about 4 grams. It regulates all vegetative and endocrine process. Its main organ of integration of homeostasis. Its bilateral diencephalic structure diffuse nuclear mass below the thalamus. So this one the figure of hypothalamus and pituitary gland. So we can see the infundibulum are present in the left side and pituitary glands are present in the right side. So in the pituitary glands, it secretes hormones from both the front part, which is known as the anterior part, and the back part, which is known as the posterior part of the gland. Hormones are chemicals that carry messages from one cell to another through your bloodstream. If your pituitary gland is not producing sufficient amounts of one or more hormones, this is called hypopituitarism. If on the other hand you are overproducing certain hormones, then you will have features due to the overproduction of the specific hormone concerned. So pituitary gland is also known as the hypophysis. Again, it is also known as the master glands because it produces the all hormones in the body. It is a small pea-sized gland located at the base of our brains. It is referred to as the master gland of the human body as it releases a variety of hormones that circulate our system and aid in maintaining our internal homeostasis. The pituitary gland is the master or dominant gland controlling the activity of other glands. The pituitary gland is responsible for producing and storing an assortment of important hormones that we will discuss in more detail. But in the general, the pituitary gland is one of the main glands of the endocrine system and works through a variety of pathways to influence the body. So altogether, the pituitary gland releases over 8 hormones which control wide-ranging aspects of the body. The pituitary gland sits at the base of the brain. From here, it receives signals from the hypothalamus gland and secretes hormone into the bloodstream to act on the body. Disorders of the pituitary gland can affect a large number of body systems because the gland is responsible for controlling so many aspects of the body. In the pituitary glands, which produces 8 hormones, the 6 hormones which produces by the adenohypophysis and 2 hormones which is produced by the posterior part. So let's see first the anterior parts. The 6 hormones of the anterior pituitary play major role in the control of metabolic functions throughout the body. So first one is the growth hormone, second one adenocorticotropic, which is also known as the corticotropin hormone, third one thyroid stimulating hormone, which is also known as the thyrotropin, fourth one prolactin, fifth one gonadotropic hormone, follicle stimulating hormone, and last one that is the luteinizing hormone. Next, 2 hormones that is the 7th and the 8th hormones, which is produced by the posterior part of the pituitary glands. So these are the antidiuretic hormone or vasopressin, and second one, that is the oxytocin. Means there are the total 8 hormones which produces by the pituitary glands. So pituitary gland hormones, again there are the two reasons, that is the anterior lobe and the posterior lobe. So let's see posterior lobe. The posterior lobe secretes oxytocin and ADH, that is the antidiuretic hormone. Oxytocin not only stimulates uterine contractions to facilitate birth but also causes breast tissues to make milk, and it is related to emotional processing within the brain that can stimulate the feeling of love. ADH or antidiuretic hormone is involved in the control of water retention within the kidneys. These hormones is released when the pituitary senses that the blood does not have enough water. In the kidneys, the hormone causes cellular changes which causes the tissues to retain as much water as possible. Now we can see the pituitary gland structure. Structurally speaking, the pituitary gland is notably parsed into 3 sections: the anterior, intermediate and posterior. So posterior region is also known as the back lobes and anterior region is also known as the front lobe. Each can be described according to their unique functions. The anterior lobe of the pituitary gland has primary roles in the development of the human body. These involve secreting hormones that orchestrate our reproduction and sexual maturations. These hormones will control growth as well as activate the adrenal and thyroid glands and sexual organs. So you can see the figure of structure of pituitary glands. So this pituitary glands is attached to the hypothalamus through a stalk called infundibulum. Anatomically and physiologically, it has 2 lobes. Actually, already I told that these are the anterior lobe and the posterior lobe. Anterior lobe is known as the adenohypophysis and posterior lobe is known as the neurohypophysis. So again, this is the structure and figure of pituitary glands. So in the center, these one the pituitary glands which secrete the number of the hormones which carries the number of the functions. Now we can see the pituitary gland locations. The image below is an illustration of the pituitary gland as it is situated near the base of the human brain. The depiction shows its relative size. The pituitary gland lies roughly in the center of the human skull. It rests below the hypothalamus of the brain and behind the bridges of our noses. This location actually makes sense in light of the hypothalamus role in fine-tuning the activity of the pituitary gland. This is made possible by the nerve fibers that span these 2 structures and allow for easy communication. Now we can see the pituitary gland function. Pituitary gland is the most important gland in our body which carry the number of the functions in our body. So first one and the main function of the pituitary gland lies in its ability to make hormones that retain many of our bodily functions. The front, that is the anterior, and back, that is the posterior lobes, are the primary secretory glands. These glands are innervated by the nervous system. The pituitary gland also responds to signals within the extracellular fluid such as the amount of dissolved solvent or the presence of other hormones. By responding to these signals and releasing the appropriate hormones, the pituitary gland plays a large role in coordinating many aspects of the body, including metabolism, digestion, excretion, and many other factors. The pituitary gland releases at least 8 different hormones which are responses to different stimulation of the gland. The pituitary gland is one of the most active glands within the endocrine system. So now we can see anterior lobe. The anterior pituitary gland has a bigger roster of hormones. It produces prolactin, which, like the posterior oxytocin, will trigger milk production postpartum. Follicle stimulating hormone or FSH is released to stimulate sperm production and egg maturation in women. Likewise, luteinizing hormone, that is LH, will stimulate testosterone release in men and egg release in ovulating women. One of the most important products of the anterior lobe is thyroid stimulating hormone. The thyroid helps coordinate metabolic activity, and likewise the TSH will stimulate thyroid activity. Therefore, thyroid stimulating hormones indirectly allows the thyroid to assume all of its roles. Adrenocorticotropic hormone, that is the ACTH, is released as well as in and will stimulate the creation of stress hormone cortisol. Cortisol is essential to our survival and helps stimulate the stress response through its control over the blood pressure and glucose levels in the blood. Lastly, the anterior pituitary lobe also releases growth hormone, that is GH, which is responsible for the muscles and bone mass growth that occurs during development. When growth is stunted, as it is with dysregulation of GH production, other complications can include serious illness or even cancer. So these are the list of pituitary gland hormones I told you. Now we can see pituitary gland disorders. So according to that, pituitary gland disorders means pituitary glands affects the various systems in our body. First one, that is the deficiencies of any of the hormones mentioned above can cause illness which can vary in gravity. Starting with the posterior lobe, a deficiency of ADH will increase our thirst and urination. A lack of prolactin will quite predictably lead to an instability to lactate, which to this day cannot be treated. TSH deficiency has symptoms similar to those from a compromised thyroid gland, which includes fatigue, memory loss, and body weakness. A lack of LH or FSH will result in a decrease in libido, irregular menses, erectile dysfunction, and mood changes. ACTH deficiency will cause nausea, body aches, poor appetite, and even low blood sugar and pressure. Lastly, deficiency growth hormone will lower muscles mass and bone density, which has long-term ramifications on the quality of our lives. So thank you friends for listening me.